Just a one if you can see my screen. Kindly type one if you can see my screen. Awesome, 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 awesome. That is wonderful. Okay, 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 okay. All right. Okay. It's great having you guys here. It's wonderful having you all here. And today we are going to be talking about getting started as a data engineer. So, quick one. How many of us are already into the data engineering field? I'm already into the data engineering field. A one, not into a zero. Okay, okay. Ekele Dirina is not yet into. Okay, okay. Ose Juliet is zero. All right. Where are the one? Okay. Adeyemi is also zero. Okay. I think the zeros are winning for now. Where are the one, please? Yes, bring it on, bring it on. I want to see your votes. Okay, Adams. Oh, good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. Idris, wonderful. Simeon is zero. Okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. It's all good. I mean, we are going to be starting with a low terms, and then we'll move into the main thing. Okay. It's exciting to be a data engineer. I don't know if you know that, but it's quite exciting to be a data engineer. So you all are welcome once again. Okay. All right. So today we are going to be talking about getting started as a data engineer, and the practical step. We will deep dive into the practical step to take in landing your first role. Okay. So before I continue, I would like to talk about this beautiful um, company, this beautiful organization that set up this wonderful period or wonderful time for us to have. And they are none of that but the Amdari. Yes, right. Yes, yes, yes. Please, a round of applause for Amdari. They are the one that set up this very beautiful gathering for us this night, where we are going to be talking about data engineering. Before we start, I would like to tell us a little bit about Amdari. Okay, so Amdari is an edutech that is into providing that experience that every starter, every data starter needs for them to be able to fit into the working sphere of the data field. Okay, so practically what we do at Amdari is to bridge the gap between the theoretical learning that you've done already, maybe in the data science field, data analytics field, data engineering field, all the theoretical parts you learned there. So what we do at Amdari is to bridge the gap, to give you that practical experience that you need for you to fit into that very company that would be needing your services. And as you know, before you get a job as a data professional, most data professionals, you always been asked, they will always ask you, well, how many years of experience do you have? So that is where Amdari comes in, to bridge that very gap, to give you that real world experience that you need to excel in any of your fields. Okay. Okay. So guys, so before moving forward, let me introduce myself. All right. My name is Chinyere Mibe. I've been into the data field for a couple of years now. Actually, I started as a data analyst, and then out of curiosity, I must say, out of curiosity, I moved into data engineering field, and where I am practical about data engineering. Okay, I have this a very vast approach that I use to get into data engineering and analysis. Okay, and the bottom line of my ideology as a data engineer is to ensure that the business focus is being achieved. The main reason why I am being hired in any company is achieved. Okay, so that is just the little introduction. Humble self. So without much ado, what are we going to be doing today? Okay, what are the topics we are going to be doing today? Sorry, before I continue, I would like to know if you guys are following me, please. I want to see a thumb up if you are with me, if you're already feeling this flow already. Okay, awesome, 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 awesome. All right, all right. I love the excitement. Okay, I love the excitement. I love it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, I mean, tonight is going to be a field one, and yes, yes, yes. Ekele Derina said, "Men mount, beautiful." Yes, we are here, and we are not going to go back the same way we came. All right. So, yes. If you see my face, you see how radiating it is because of this data engineering thing. I always get excited whenever I'm talking about data engineering. I don't know why, but I'm always excited whenever I'm talking about data engineering. So what are we going to be talking? What are we going to be walking through today? We're going to be talking about what data engineering is. Also, we are going to be talking about the essential skills and tools for anybody that wants to become a data engineer. Okay, and now the typical workflow of a data engineer. Okay, the typical one, in as much as it can vary, but the ones that you can always come across all the time. Then lastly, the practical steps in landing your first data engineering job. Okay, so before I deep dive into our topic today, there is a little bit of story that is going to help us understand what data engineering is all about. Okay, and I believe that by the end of this story, you also will be super excited to be a data engineer, and not just the part of the being just studying it, but rather excited to get into the field of data engineering. Okay, so so at my previous place of work, we had this data engineer guru. Oh, sorry, Excel guru. An Excel guru, let me put it that way. An Excel guru. He's very good when it comes to Excel, all right? And it's a manufacturing company. Okay. Apparently what we produce there is the rod, building rods. And you know, in manufacturing companies, you have a lot of data coming in. You have data coming in from things like the stock, the sales, the order and stuff like that. So our Excel guy is just too good. And he handles it very, very well, right? So he's good. And at the end of the month, he produces the dashboard for us, for the stakeholders. That's my boss and everyone else that are into it. Okay. So actually then I wasn't into data. I was the HR there. Yeah. I was the HR there. So I was among the people that he shows what he has done. So along the line, customers started coming in, others started getting higher and everything. And trust you me, the guy couldn't take it any longer. He's always complaining of his system crashing because the data became too large for him to handle. The data became too large for him to handle. Over about 7 months, the data became too large for him to handle. So now, and you know, when there is no data, how is the business going to strive? Right? How is the business going to strive? I mean, there will be a very large log at the end. So what did we do? What did the stakeholder do? So the next thing was, okay, can you almost running mad because he's finding it very, very hard. He's finding it very, very difficult to work with the data that is being generated, right? And because it is hard for him, he's always crashing, he's always complaining. Okay, so the company was like, what are we going to do to solve this problem? The stakeholder now had to sit down and ask themselves, what are we going to do to solve this problem? How are we going to resolve this? Actually, as at then, I never knew about data engineering. Funny enough, I've heard about it. So now someone suggested that, and you know, before we even move over to that, there is this saying that when there is a lot of hand or a lot of touch on data or on your system, it gives you bug, right? When Mr. Kule, sorry, I don't know if there is anybody bearing Kule here. When Mr. Kule comes in and type in A and leave, Mr. Ahmed comes in tomorrow and type in C. You see that there is no longer consistency, right? So all these things could cause a lot of havoc in the company. Remember, the essence of every data is so that it makes sense, so people can use, so that the stakeholders can use it at the end of the at the end of every decision, a very decision. All right, and if it is if it's a manual thing, everybody to come in and operate, put in one today, the other person comes in the evening and put in 0. You see that it becomes consistent. And trust you me, believe me, your data is going to be flawed. Okay, so now to cut all this thing off. Okay, yes, we are still going, right? This was before the data became too large. It was working very smooth for our guy here, right? The thing was just working very smooth for him. Now, the data increased exponentially. And look at our man here. Guys, can you see this, please? Can you see that? If you can see my screen, yeah, yes, Chidima, thank you very much. Can you see what is going on there? I mean, the man is struggling. The man is struggling, right? So the barrow is almost falling on top of him because the data is now too much for him to handle inside the barrow. Okay, and I need a drum roll. We now had to call in a data engineer. We now have to call in a data engineer. Data engineer to the rescue. Now, what is the data engineer coming to do? What is the data engineer guy coming in to do? This data engineer now comes in and now sits down, asks the stakeholder, what do you want? What are the data that you need in this very place? Because, like I always say, every data out there is a noise, right? They are all noise. But we do things make sense. Makes the data out there to make sense. So the data engineer now asks, what do you want? And our stakeholder be like, okay, we want you to get us the sale comes in. We need the names of the people that are buying things from us and all that. So what this data engineer did, he had to create a pattern, extract those necessary information from that noise, okay, from the CRM and everything. He had to create a thing that will make that will pick up necessary information from that noise. Like, let's give this instance whenever I'm talking about data engineering. It's just like you now as the landlord in your estate, outside your estate. Okay, so the security, you tell him, okay, I need you to let in this guy that is on white car. Sorry, that is coming in with a white car. I want you to let him in. I want you to let that is red shirts to come in as well. Now the security now will look out for people that are coming that have white cars and also guys that are on red shirts. Okay, right. That's what a data engineer does. The data engineer is there to extract the necessary information, the necessary data that you need. Okay? So, guys, are you still with me? Are you still flowing with me? Please, I need a reaction. I need a reaction. Okay, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, our data engineer comes in and rescue the day. And like I said, what did he do? He created a pipeline where he extracted the data, he transformed it, and then he now loaded them into the data warehouse, making it easier for our data analysts to go in there and take in the information that he or she needs. Right. And now our Excel guy is now peace and at rest with his data and his system. The system is no longer crashing. Everything is good. Okay. So from there, he went ahead to do the dashboard, creative and everything. Now, information, the business continued to grow. Okay, the business continued to grow because now we have more information. Reason is because the data engineer was there to extract the right information that is needed. Okay, now something has now happened along the line. We got to the data scientists, and I'm a learning person. If you wanted to understand, to do some machine learning, understand things that are going on in the markets, the machine learner and as well as data scientists, and they were like, "Oh, this data that is in data house, we cannot work with it." Right? It's not as if it's not good, but we cannot work with it. We want to get data in their raw form. Okay, in their raw form. Now, what's the data? I got you. You don't have a problem. Come here. And what did the data engineer did? He went ahead to create a data lake. He went ahead to create a what? A data lake. Now, in this scenario, in this case, there is no transformation going on. All he just did was just to extract, just to pull the information from the different sources that we had working with us. That's the CRM, the ERP, the information about our customers and everything. All right. So he got them in their raw form into the data lake. Okay. He got them in their raw form into the data lake. And I was like, my machine learner and my data scientist, I promise I got right the data lake, knock yourself out with the information there. And our data scientists and the machine learners were very, very happy. And they hopped into there and got their data from, got the data that they needed from the data lake, get it in raw form. Okay, guys, are you following me? Is there are you still following me, guys? I need a reaction. Are you still with me? All right, awesome. Okay, quick one. If you have any question, you can go ahead and put them in the chats. You can go ahead and put that and be going back there to answer them. Okay, if you have any question, put them in the chat. All right, because we may not allow you to speak up, but rather we can do that in the chat so I can read it out. If you have any question, awesome. Thank you. So now let's go back. So, and can you see that everything is now moving smoothly? There is no more problem, right? The data engineer is always there to ensure that there is movement of data from the source to the final user. Now, there is something that I always tell people, right? As a data engineer, if your data is not yet down to the where it should be, which is to the making it available for the data analyst, the data scientist, the data users, then you've not started. It is not yet completed, right? So the data engineer is there to ensure that the down users got the right data that they need for the right decision making. Okay, so we now believe that with this story, we've already wrapped what data engineering is all about. In shell, what data engineering is all about. So we said that data engineering is a specialist field of data, okay, that concerns with aggregation, processing, distribution, and storage of data, the management, starting from the beginning to the end of that data. Now, talking about the end should be the story part, where that the data analysts, data scientists, and the end users can connect to and make use of the data. Okay, and not just only that, you're told that it is in the right format. It is in a format that is usable. Okay, it's usable, and people can use it. It can make sense, basically, so that it will make sense at the end of everything. All right, so basically, now this is what we are talking about. I mean, just in a nutshell, this is what we are talking about. The data source could be the ERP, the CRM, the databases, the external sources. It could even be the API, okay, where you extract your data, you transform it, and then you now load it into your data warehouse or your data lake or wherever you want to put it, depending on what the company wants, right? And you can as well even go down further to break down that data inside your data warehouse to create a data mart. And I know someone might ask, what is a data mart? Can somebody tell me, what do you think a data mart is? Yes, you can just write it. What a data mart is. Can somebody go ahead and please confirm if you can still hear me? Awesome, awesome, awesome. So yes, okay, awesome. So what is a data mart? Can somebody tell us what a data mart is? You can just type it. I'm reading them out, right? I can't see any response yet. What a data mart? Hello, guys. Okay, awesome. Steve. Okay, okay. A data mart comes under a data warehouse and is used to store structured data that are more related to each other. Okay, it is a subset of a data warehouse. Awesome, 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 awesome. Good one. Yes, yes. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. I love that. I love the answers. Yes. Okay. Can you hear me fine now? Is this still breaking? Okay. Mike said he can hear me well. So I don't know. Maka said she can hear me well. All right. Yes, I'm still waiting for your response. I mean, what a data mart is. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Mike Wright said I am audible. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you. Yes, a data mart is a data storage system that stores a subset of a company's data for a specific business unit. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Wisdom. Thank you very much for that answer. That's a wonderful answer. So yes, a data mart is a subset of the data we have, specific, a particular department. Okay, it could be the finance department, it could be the HR department. It's just particular about them. Okay, so I don't have any, no worries. We are here for you. All right. Yes, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So, okay, that's fine. That's okay. So, someone rightly said that the data mass is a subset of the data house that is similar to a, or that is particularly for a department. All right. It could be, like I said, it could be the finance, it could be the customer, it could be just a particular about customers where you store information about customers, such that when you query that particular table, it's telling you things about customers. All right, that's a data mart. Okay. All right. So, and as a data engineer, you went further to now break it down to create the data mats, and your data analyst can can connect to that very data mart and do the query without any problem. They do it without any hustle. I mean, everything is smooth, everything goes on well. So now the next question is about data engineer. What data engineering is all about. Now the next thing is, who is a data engineer? Who is a data engineer? Yes, I want to answer that based on this that just shared with us. Who do you think a data engineer? What do you think a data engineer is all about? Or who do you think a data engineer is? Okay, I'm waiting for your response. Hello? Okay, I can't see any response coming in. I don't know. Based on the definition, all right, simple. A data engineer is one who does everything you've just described. Okay, okay. An IT professional who collects raw data into usable information for organizations. That's awesome. That's awesome. So basically, based on the story that I've given us now, based on the explanation that I've done so far, we can clearly see what data or who a data engineer is. Now, but here is the thing, right? I don't know if any other person have experienced it, but I have. Where you ask people, just imagine this manager that was asked, who is a data engineer? Between those two, she's looking at the data engineer, she's looking at the data analyst, and she was asked, who is a data engineer? Can you see the response? They are the same pictures. She's not seeing anything different from the two of them. Okay. And that is what most people fall into. Most people fall into this category. Most people fall into category. Unfortunately, most recruiters actually fall into it. You will see some job descriptions and the things that they'll be writing there, you'll be asking, are these people looking for a data engineer, or a DevOps, or a data analyst, or a data scientist? I think it's crazy, right? So, who is a data engineer? And based on what we've explained so far, it is clear that a data engineer is someone who stands in between the company getting raw data and a refined data, right? So this is our data engineer. Can you see this man? He's testing the uncurated raw data. Remember the example that I gave about your data, about your security guy, right? Allowing in things that you want him to allow in. Okay, so basically that is what this data engineer is doing here. He's testing, yeah, I would use our language. He's testing the raw data, all right? Ensuring that what comes in is the right data, is the curated ones, is the one that the company needs, all right? And you can see our data scientists, and sometimes you see the data analysts waiting for the data to land so that they will hop on it. So now just imagine, guys, I hope you are just imagine if you are putting in someone that is not experienced, someone that is not is just a data In our community, we have the data mechanics and the data engineer. All right. We have the data mechanics, the data engineer. Now, imagine what we have here is a data mechanic. I mean, it's going to be horrible. You see that it affects the downstream. It's going to affect the downstream. Guys, follow me. There is a reason why we are doing all these things. Why you need, and that is why most companies will always ask for someone with experience. Okay, most companies will always ask for someone with what? With experience, and that is where Amdari is focusing on. That is where we are. That is the thing that that is what we okay, so that you have that very needed experience for you to stand out amongst peers. Okay, this is a near guy testing the uncurated raw data to bring in the curated what data, to bring in the needed data for the down users to use. Okay, so here we have our data engineer. Back to this picture, please. Yes, I did a response. I need a response. If you can hear me, turn up. You can hear me, turn up. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you very much. So you guys can see the data engineer is digging it out. Yes, the data engineer is digging it out. And now, still talking about this, we currently have our cohorts, the people that are currently interning with us. I tell you, they are experiencing the best of it. I can't wait to have you guys. Okay, I can't wait to have you guys with us because these guys they just started newly. I mean, my current interns now, they just started newly, but they are doing exceptionally well. I them understand that you just coming in there to engineering is not like not right. It's not. I mean, seriousness. You are at the realm of the affairs. I mean, you have to know what you are doing. Do like it's going to have something. Just imagine the data is not informating a data. For example, instead of making it an integer, you left it as a string. You see that it's going to affect the downstream when they are doing their calculation. So you can imagine, and you don't yourself, prepare yourself. And that is why when you go out there, you hardly see things like it's hidden there. Like I said, guys, no backshading of data analysts. No, 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 no. We are not doing that here. We are not doing that here. All right. Hello, guys. Please, can you hear me? Okay. I don't know. Some people are complaining of hearing me. I don't know. Please, can you kindly check your network? Can you kindly check your network, all right? Because some people say that they can hear me. I am breaking, okay? Okay. All right. I've actually cut the video. Let's see. Okay. So can you hear me now, guys? Please respond if you can hear me. Okay, it's clearer now. You can hear me. All right, all right. That's cool. All right. But please, I think you should also check out your network as well. Okay. Awesome. All right, let's continue. So I believe this is cleared, right? Is this cleared, guys? I don't know. Would you want me to take it again? Do you want me to take this explanation again, or is it okay? Okay, Chidima, thank you very much. Thank you, Mike Wright. Thank you, thank you. Lukman, thank you. Awesome. Then let's move on. So basically, now just imagine you being employed. Can somebody tell me what you can see here before I go on to say what it is? I would like you guys to tell me, what do you think this is all about? And where do you think you can actually see this? A mobile app, a company, or an organization where you can access them with mobile app, you can access them with web app, you can even access them with ATM and POS. Where can you get that, guys? Banks. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So now, good. Thank you very much for that awesome answer. Thank you. Yes. Now, imagine you being employed as a data engineer in a bank. Imagine being employed as a data engineer in a bank. What are you expected to do? Or what do they expect you to do? Now, this is your job. I mean, it's just as simple as it is here, right? There are different sources. You'll be getting information from the mobile app, the web app, the ATM, the POS. There are different sources where the data set is coming in from, all right? You can get them from different places. I mean, these are the places where data sets are coming in from. Now, you as a data engineer will create a pipeline to extract this data set, this information from these different sources. Okay? You create a data pipeline that will extract this data from here and also go ahead to transform it and as well load it into the data warehouse. Okay? You load it into the what? The data warehouse. Now, I don't want to deep dive into the OLAP and the OLTP system. I don't want to go there. Yeah, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there because if I go there, it's going to be too much for us. I don't want to go there. So, but basically, this data warehouse is standing as our OLAP system, okay, where our data analyst and every other data user can connect to and run their system, run their thing freely, all right? You can see that they no longer have full access to this place. No, they now go to data warehouse to do whatever they want to do. And this note that this data warehouse will also help them to do complex data querying. Okay, it will help them to do complex data querying, do things like aggregation. Now, at the end of the month, you can ask your data analyst to give you a report, or maybe at the end of the week, you can ask your data analyst, all right, give us a report about the amount that people deposited this week, or the amount that was deducted this week, and stuff like that. All right, what will the data analyst do is just to connect to this data warehouse and get the necessary information that they need. Guys, I don't know, is it making sense? Are we together? Awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Okay, so our data engineer guy, you now as the data engineer that we are talking about, because I can't wait to see you there. You now as the data engineer in the banking industry, you extract your data from all the sources, you transform it, and then you go ahead to load it. Okay, and where are you loading it into? You're loading it into the data warehouse or data lake, depending on where you want them, where they want you to put it in. Okay, remember what I said earlier on. I said whatever you are doing as a data engineer should be based on what the stakeholders need, not what you think is right. No, 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 we don't do that. We don't do that. We ask the stakeholders, they give instructions. Okay, we want it to be this, we want you to give this, we want to have this, we want to have that. All right. So you now ensure that you are giving them that right word information. So please, please, what a data engineer is not. Okay, let's sound this out. We are not a DevOps people. No, in as much as we kind of dabble into it, maybe trying to know the containerizations and stuff like that. It's good, right? But then we are not DevOps people, okay? We are not DevOps people. We are not database administrators. We are not software engineers. We are not cloud engineers. Fantastic to have the knowledge about them, all right? Even in the cloud, we still have things that pertaining to data engineers, which is expected of you to know. But then the bottom line is that we are not we are not cloud-based and cloud engineers. We are not software engineers. We are not database administrators. We are not DevOps. I mean, there are people that are specialized on this very fields, okay? So you need to what? Be focused. You need to concentrate. You need to be focused, okay? So now, as a data engineer, what are the tech stack that you need? What are the tools that you need to know how to operate? There are a lot of it out there. I mean, there are thousands of it out there. I don't know. It's as if data engineering, every morning or every market day, there is always a new tool in the market. Okay? Or there are always new tools in the market because it's always numerous, like every day. But here is the thing, right? It is very, 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 very important as a data engineer to know SQL and Python. It is very, very, would I say optionally compulsory? I don't know if I should use that, but it is very, 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 very important to know how to know your Python and know your SQL. Okay, because every other tool is actually built on it. All right, so if you know your SQL, if you know your Python, you can scale in every other tool. You might have difficulties, which is okay, right? But then if you know the basic part, which is the SQL and the Python, you can do well in your field as a data engineer. All right, so we have the cloud, we have the SQL, we have the Azure as a cloud service that we work with, the Azure, the AWS, the Google Cloud, the IBM, name them. There are a lot of them out there. And also the big data language, which is the PySpark. Okay, I saw a picture of PySpark. It's Python and SQL together. And you know that Python is the snake, and then the Python and the SQL, they kind of joined their head together. The picture was kind of funny, right? So you need, for the big data now, you need the knowledge of a PySpark, okay? And also the GitHub, which is your version control. You need it for your version control. A lot of tools, like I said, a lot of tools are out there. You need your Airflow for the work orchestrations and all that. You need your Airbyte for integrations and stuff like that. Okay? Please, are you still with me, guys? I need a reaction if you are still flowing with me. I hope you are not yet lost. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Thank you so much for that. So, and that is it. And many more. Like I said, there are a lot of tools out there, a lot of it. So it's now up to you to ensure that you know your Python and SQL so that you can be able to scale in every other tools that is out there. There are some that are drop and drags, which is simple, and there are some that you have to do some coding, right? So That is where it is important to know your SQL and Python. So names that you can have under this data engineering could be called a data engineer. Some call it cloud engineer, analytics engineer, ETL developers, big data engineers, and so on and so forth. Okay. So now the next thing is the practical steps to landing your first data engineering role. You've learned all this, right? You've known how to do your work orchestration. You know how to do your simple pipeline. You know how to get information from one destination, from one place to another. You know how to get your data from a source to the destination. You know all the things. Fantastic. I mean, they are wonderful. But now here lies the shoe, right? Here lies the big horn, the big elephant. How can you land your first data engineering role? How can you do that? Guys, is there any suggestion? Yes. I mean, can somebody tell us one or two things you think you can do to land you your first data job? Yes. Okay. LinkedIn internship. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, before I go there, yeah, Chika Divya. PySpark is sexy. Very. It is. I must tell you, it is. You know, by the time you start the ball game, it is very sexy. Okay. Yes, no need to fear. I mean, I always tell myself and every other person that I teach, make friends with error. All right. You see those red errors that you see, try and make friends with them. Don't be scared of them, because when you get scared of them, they kind of scare you the more. But if you make friends with them, you always find a headway. Okay. Yes, Chikadibi, exactly. No fear, no pain, no gain. Yeah, some of the platforms are drag and drop, but it's important. It is penitent that you as a data engineer should know some codings. I mean, that makes you different from every other person. Okay. Okay, like which one? All right. Yes, LinkedIn internship project. Yes. Hands-on experience, practical experience. Talk about what you do on X, exactly, building yourself in the public. Awesome. Building a hands-on experience and portfolio. Awesome. Beautiful. I mean, those are wonderful points. Now, this is a data engineer that just finished learning data engineering. All right. You walk into a company and you now say, I need a job. You went to the manager, say, I need a job. And then the manager now said, but you don't have experience. And this is what my guy responded. He said, but I need a work to get experience, which is true, right? Is that not true? Is that not correct, guys? I need a response, please. I need a yes or no or a thumb up. Hello, guys. Yes. Which is true. Yeah. He needs a work to get experience. He cannot get the experience if he's not working, right? So, and the manager is still shouting, then work. My guy was like, that is why I am here. And he said, no, I need someone with what? Experience. And my guy now got angry and was like, how am I going to get experience without a work? The manager replied, go and do what? Go and work. And I'm telling you now, go and what? Go and work. Okay? Exactly. Go and work. And how do you do this work? That is where Amdari comes in. All right? To give you that very bridge, to create that bridge for you to get, I mean, to be sincere with you, it is not easy. I could give myself an example. When I was learning data engineering, it wasn't an easy one. It wasn't. I must be sincere with you, it wasn't. And it is not even up till now. It is not. But then, because I know what people are going through out there, because the Amdari knows what people are going through out there. That is why this beautiful platform is being created, so that we would create that, give you that experience that you need for you to work wherever you are being employed, for you to even stand out. Okay? I mean, it is good to have projects. It is beautiful to have projects. All right? But even with your project, sometimes you won't be able to defend them. So what do Amdari do? We are still going to get there. Okay. Now let's talk about the things that you can do to get you out there, to get you out selling, to make you sell like, sorry, let me use my Niger slang, to make you sell like hot akara. How many of us like hot akara? That's the bean cake. Yes. I want a yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay. Awesome, 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 awesome. That is good. So yes, to make you sell, to put you at the top, right? To make you sell, to put you at the top, what do you need? First, you need to master the common tools and technologies. Common tools and technologies, just like I said earlier on. You need to master your Python and your SQL. Okay, you need to master them, and as well as your cloud platform. It may not be all of them, all right? It may not be all of them, but you can just pick up one. You can just pick up one of them. I mean, one of the cloud platforms. It could be the AWS, the Azure, the GCP. It could be any of them. You just pick one of them, and fortunately, they still have some things common amongst them, right? So if you can flow with one, you'll be able to like understand the other one. So yeah, master common tools and technologies. Learn workflow orchestrations like the Apache Airflow. And also there is this prefect, all right? There is prefect. You can learn either of them. It is good to have them up your sleeve, okay? Understand the database system, both the relational and the NoSQL and big data frameworks, okay? Understand your database system, understand your data lake, understand your data warehouse, understand your data mart, understand your OLAP system, understand your OLTP system, and all that. Understand your NoSQL. Now I'm talking about the MongoDB, talking about the Cassandra and all that, okay? It's good you understand them. That will help you to sell. And also gain hands-on experience. I'm going to leave this hands-on experience on for now. I'll come back to it, okay? Build a strong portfolio, okay? Build a strong portfolio. Now, I always advise every data engineer, make sure that you have your GitHub account active, okay? It's not just a day. It's not like you come in today, you do one, then you leave it till next 5 months, you come back. No. I mean, the street is hard, okay? So you need to work extra hard, right? So you need what? You need to always ensure that your GitHub account is active, okay? Is active, because those are one of the places where you can sell yourself, all right? Where you can share your portfolio, I mean, where you can share your work. You can as well have some, get some websites, portfolio websites. You can create one for yourself, then you build it up, okay? But I think GitHub is most popular, all right? So you try to build a strong portfolio. Set up an ETL pipeline using Apache Airflow. Now, in that's your portfolio, create some projects there. Use different tools, all right? Showcase your work. Showcase the different tools that you used there, okay? So, and also build a cloud-based data pipeline, either on AWS or Google Cloud. I mean, Those things makes you gain what? Experience. Okay. Now, you've mastered the common tools. You've built a strong portfolio. All right. Now, what next are you going to do? Or let's go back to the gaining hands-on experience. Now, when you are building your portfolio, when you are building your portfolio, you are gaining hands-on experience. Okay, guys, please confirm if you can still hear me. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. So when you are building those portfolio, you are doing something. You are creating a project. You are working on a project. Now, while at it, you are gaining more experience on that project that you are creating or that you created. Am I making sense, guys? Please, I need a response. Am I making sense? Awesome. Good. Thank you. So now, because it is good to build a strong portfolio, but then if you cannot defend that project that you built, it's of no use, right? I mean, it's more or less like you did a copy and paste thing. And when you do that copy and paste thing, you won't be able to defend it. Just imagine that a company or a recruiter saw your work and was like, wow, look at what you did. Now, eventually they called you for an interview, but you cannot defend it. You see, that's a red flag. You have all this experience, but you are not employable. Did you get the term? You are not employable. So we are still going to land somewhere, okay? We are still going to land somewhere. Another thing is that you need to tailor your resume and LinkedIn profile. Build your LinkedIn profile, okay? Make sure it is up to standard. Make sure, sell yourself in the public, okay? Sell yourself in the public. When you do a project, talk about it in any of your social media handle. It could be your LinkedIn, your Twitter, your Reddit, any of them that you use, okay? Talk about it there. And also, while you're at it, highlight the relevant technical skills that you used for that project. Okay? Highlight the technical skills that you used, technical things that you used, be it the Python, even sometimes talk about the blockage that you had and how you were able to overcome it. Okay, guys? Please confirm if you can still hear me. All right. Awesome. Thank you. So another thing is optimize your LinkedIn profile. I mean, everyone will always tell you that. Optimize your LinkedIn profile. Make sure it is having that buzzword. Make sure that you have it. Make sure that it is ringing that buzzword. Ensure that you have something talking about data engineering attached to it. Okay? Also, network strategically. Please, if you are in the group that doesn't talk about data engineering, you are in the wrong group. Okay? You are in the wrong group. Be in the group that talks about data engineering. Be in the group that shares information about data engineering. That will help you a long way. I mean, I could give you that for free. It will help you a long way. All right? To be sincere with you, my current position here at Amdari was as a result of reference. And this is because I was selling myself out there. Somebody referred me and I got the interview and I was able to defend myself. I was able to talk about things that I've done with my years of experience. Fantastic. So be in the net, be in a group, in a community that enhances your profession, that talks about your profession. Please don't be in the group that gossip. No. If you are in such a group, you are in a wrong group. Okay? So be in the group that talks about things that are relevant to your profession. That will help you. All right? Attend webinars, hackathons, and meetups to connect with professionals in the field. Okay? I am the indoor type kind of person. Please, it is time to become the outdoor kind of person. Socialize, interact with people, share knowledge with people. Who knows? You might see someone, you might come in contact with someone that will take you to that very place that you want to be. Okay, guys, so I need a thumbs up if I am still with you, if you're still with me. I need a thumbs up. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Awesome, guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So now let me now come back to, because I said I was gonna come back to it. Gaining hands-on experience. Now, gaining hands-on experience is very, 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 when I mean very, very, I could continue the very, very to eternity. It is very, 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 very important for you as a data engineer. It is very, very important for you as a data engineer. Now, how do you gain this experience? That's the next question. How do you gain this hands-on experience? Remember the meme that we had before, right? Where the manager was saying, I need you to have experience for me to employ you. So now we are still talking about it. We need you to get a hands-on experience to be employed because we love you so much. That is why we need you to get a hands-on experience. And where can you get this? Where can you get this very hands-on experience? By interning with Amdari. All right? So, you need this very hands-on experience. And I know that someone will say, Chichi, this role requires me to have like 2 to 3 years of experience. What do I do? How do I even get this hands-on experience? Like, how do I even do this? How do I go about this? Okay? Can you see my guy is like perplexed? He's confused. I mean, with the rejection that is coming front and back, you submit and you get rejected and stuff like that. You are now tired. Amdari is here to tell you that cry no more because we are with you. All right? We are here for you. So, yes. So you are telling me I have to get experience before I get experience. Yes. I am saying that with my full chest. Remember what I told you about data engineering field. It's not like data analyst. It's not like data scientist where you could see junior roles. No. All right. They need someone with experience. So how do you get that experience? You get that experience by doing what, guys? By doing what? Yes, you get it by joining Amdari. And before I hand over the baton to my COO, I would like to, I don't know if there is any question for me before my COO takes over. Okay, Mark, all right. Okay, can you type the question? Is it okay for you to type the question? Okay, is it a paid internship or physical or remote? All right. It's a remote one. It's a remote one. Okay, and my COO is going to answer the first question while she take over. Please, can you relate data engineering with AI? All right. Well, yes and no. Okay, yes and no. We always have our AI there, but then you are needed. You as a data engineer is needed because the AI is not going to operate itself. Okay, AI is not going to operate itself. And meanwhile, data engineering is different from AI. I don't know if that answers your question, Chikadibia.
Hi, Chichi. Can you hear me?
Oh yes, Omo, I can hear you. Omo, I can hear
Okay,
you.
thank you. So yes, while they keep the question coming, because I'd like some of them to still be able to unmute and ask. So I might just do like a brief breakdown of the internship since they already have questions in line with
Oh,
that, along with some other things I want to share with them. So you can actually stop sharing now,
oh,
while I do that. Thank you, Chichi.
all
All right.
right.
It's been a very, very impactful session. I can attest to that. And guys, if you gained so much from Chichi's session and everything that has been discussed, please can you give like a thumbs up? Like Chichi has been very detailed with her explanation. You gained so much. Thank you. So I see all the reactions. Thank you, everybody. So, I mean, I'm going to be piggybacking off of some things that Chichi has said because, like I said, she has really done justice to breaking down things that has to do with data engineering and the need for gaining experience. And I love the example that she made as to how she even landed her own job at Amdari, because we cannot overemphasize the need to be in a community of like-minded individuals. It's not competitive, rather you help each other grow. It's more of a healthy type of competition, right? So we always encourage that people should jump on opportunities like this in order for them to gain access to people who can recommend them for jobs and opportunities and everything like that. So I'll just like to quickly go ahead and share a couple of things. So I said Chichi has shared a lot about data engineering, about the data engineering field, but where do I look for remote jobs or remote opportunities? And I really love to share that with you. So you can jump on platforms like Total Jobs, CV Library, JobServe, like a whole lot of them, as you can see right here on my slide. Job sites, Google Jobs, LinkedIn, Glassdoor, Career Builder, quite a number of them. Like they all have different jobs that you can just filter through and search for the one that applies to you. But what's better than going from platform to platform to search for a job? Can anyone tell me like a better and easier and more effective way to search for a job? Like instead of going to LinkedIn today to search for jobs, go to Indeed, go to Glassdoor. Like you just because you want to apply to job openings in the field that you are currently specialized, you need to go here, go there. So what's better than doing all of this? I would really like to know. And after this question is properly answered, I am also going to just ask a question just to know the type of people that we have. Okay, thank you. So I love Chika Dibia's response. She said specialized job board, meaning everybody's response is right. Don't get me wrong, but in just when it comes to searching for jobs, right, on across job boards and everything, the best one is to have just that one dedicated platform that gives you everything that you can get from all these other platforms put together. And that's where Amdari comes into the picture, right? So here you see that we can fetch jobs from LinkedIn, Indeed, Glassdoor, Well Found, and quite a number of them just on Amdari alone. So you don't need to go here, go there, search far and wide just to have access to a remote job board. And I'm going to share that part of my screen, but it's still loading. So Amdari is that exclusive job board that gives you access to every remote job that you can, think of when it comes to data science, data analytics, data engineering, cybersecurity, and quite a number of, fields like that. So when you go on the job board, like I said, you're going to be able to see just remote jobs, strictly remote jobs, not on site. And these jobs are across the globe, US, UK, and Canada. So you don't need to, go here, go there just because you want to like have access to the remote job board. So that's how we make it easy for you to have access to the job board on Amdari. And like I said, I'm going to show us what that looks like briefly. So when it comes to jumping on I mean, thank you for the update, right? Hi. Okay, you can hear me, right? Sorry.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, thank you. So I'm going to be sharing the job board now, so you can just see what we have, as I was saying. So we have jobs being fetched across different fields. Like I said, we have data science, we have data engineering. You can just search for, let's say I just want to search for data engineering. You can see everything you see here will be strictly data engineering. I'm not even done typing everything, but it's already filtering based on what I have imputed. So you can see that it includes the salary range as well, right? Some would indicate per year, some would indicate per hour. You can see that they are all full-time, majority are full-time, and all jobs on Amdari are remote. So you can work from anywhere across the globe. You don't need to travel there. You don't need to be a resident there to have access to all these jobs. And like I said, it cuts across US, UK, and Canada. And you can just search and apply for all these jobs as many. And you can see that we fetch the job across Flex Job, Career Builder, like I said, right? So when it comes to applying for these jobs, Chichi already showed us something, like an example, while she was doing her presentation. She showed us a meme of a guy who went for a job interview, and the hiring manager said, you need experience. And this guy is saying, yes, that's why I'm here. And the man is saying, yes, in order to get in here, you need experience. So it's a classic chicken and egg situation. I need this to get that, and I need that to actually get this that you're requesting, right? So I'm here to get experience, but you're not giving me the job because you expect to have the experience. So that's where internship comes in. There is something called pre like prior internship experience. That's even first. And naturally, internship is that opportunity that gets you in the door as well when it comes to getting a proper job. So projects are perfect when you're trying to showcase your skills and, oh, I have done this, not just on a learning base. But when it comes to showing impact and the fact that what you worked on really impacted a real business, that's when internship comes into the picture. So it says, thank you for the update, which is the job board update I just gave. But what if they require 1 to 2 years experience? What do I do? That question has been answered. You need experience. And I'm going to explain how the Amdari experience, the work experience internship at Amdari is structured. It is properly structured such that you're able to, not just impact a real business, but have access to a cross-functional team, as well as a network of like-minded individuals. Chichi explained how she has benefited from like-minded communities and like-minded individuals. I have benefited from like-minded communities. What comes out of this is always just recommendation. The broader your professional network, the better for your career, right? So the best thing you can do for your career every time is to just keep expanding your network. And that's again where Amdari internship helps you. So we're not just helping you to just gain the experience, we're helping you. Okay, we don't have internship for cloud engineering enthusiasts. We have for cybersecurity, data scientists, and I would go there and show you scientists. So when you come to the Amdari website, on the homepage, you'd see Rave by Amdari. Rave by Amdari stands for Remote Apprenticeship Virtual Experience. And you can choose to scroll down just to read more. But then if you don't want to scroll down, just click on apply for internship. So because I don't want to take too much of our time, that's why I'm just doing this. So just apply for internship. It brings you to this page where you can see the different types of internships that we have available that cut across different tracks or different career paths. So you can see HR, you can see data analytics, data science, you can see data engineering, cybersecurity, you can see financial analytics, you can see business analysis, and you can see project management. These are internships that we have available for the different career paths. Since this session is for data engineers, for example, I can click on this, say I want to apply. You can read more about everything that the internship is going to entail, from the tools to the type of project to the duration, which is 3 to 6 months. to the role. So we don't call our interns data engineering intern, no, or data science intern or anything like that. We call them consultants. This is because we have business partners that we work with. These business partners have business challenges that they share with, and our interns get to like prefer solution to it. This is how you, as a professional working as a data engineering consultant with Amdari under the career experience internship program, gets to impact a real business. Now, the reason why we are emphasizing on how much of impact you can have on a real business is because when you apply for internships, right, when you apply for jobs, right, the very common thing that they look out for on your CV, in addition to like every other thing you have, is maybe metrics. Not maybe, sorry, metrics. So it stands you out, or it makes you stand out, and that's because you can only have metrics when you've really impacted a business. I mean, imagine I work on a project I saw maybe on Kaggle, on GitHub, or any platform at all, and then I work on the project. Bear in mind that I'm working on this project alone, right? I am not reporting to anyone. Nobody's reviewing my work. If I did better than I did yesterday, or rather, if I do better than I did yesterday, I will give myself a pat on the back because yeah, I've done something. I'm so impressed. I did, of course, there was really progress, but I wouldn't know if I can do more. I wouldn't know if I can achieve more. But with internship comes supervision. With internship comes guidance. With internship comes mentorship. With internship comes review and feedback. This is the fastest way to learn and grow. Chichi said something about, not being scared of those red lines, not being scared of those errors, just embracing them, seeing them as your friend and all of that. That's very true. And when it comes to receiving feedback from either your supervisor, your team head, team lead, or anything like that, receive all the feedback you get from them as something that helps you get better and improve on your job. Because at the end of the day, when you gain that skill, when you improve, when you get better, it is like the win is your win, like overall, right? So you want to keep improving, you want to keep getting better, you want to keep growing. And the fastest way to grow again, I was having a one-on-one with someone today, and I was telling her how sessions like this really helped me, fast track my career path. And one thing I mentioned was the fact that when you're, at this point where you're learning, one of the best way to also learn is to learn from people who have walked the path that you're about to start walking, or people who have lived the reality that you're about to start living. So checking out a day in my life type of content is a good way to start growing. Then having someone who is guiding you is also a good way, because you already know the expectation in the field, right? You're exposed to it in different angles through the internship and other videos that you're watching. A day in my life as, a day in my life as. It helps you because you're like, oh, okay, because this person is showing you how they have their meetings, how they do this, how they do that. So this internship already starts immersing you in that reality, right? So it's already becoming your reality. So it's like you're creating that opportunity for yourself even before you get the job. So this is how Amdari sets you apart. It comes with CV review and revamp. And I just mentioned this aspect. So a lot of people would complain about not getting jobs. Oh, I applied for jobs, I didn't get an interview, or oh, I was called back for an interview, but I never got to like hear back from them after the interview. So there are certain things that you need to note. So different companies have different application processes. So when you're applying for a job, you need to bear in mind that you're not just supposed to focus on one thing. You're supposed to cross all your T's and dot all your I's. You're supposed to check all the boxes, in essence. Now, by that, I mean, if I'm applying for a job today, I'm not just applying to impress the recruiter, right? I'm applying to outperform the other people, because trust me, I can impress the recruiter and still not get picked. That's because someone else has also impressed them, and maybe this person even surpassed whatever impression I was able to like give, right? So they go ahead with this person. Their perception about me does not change. They are still impressed, but there's just someone who aligns better. So how do you stand out? This is what Amdari is giving you with the internship. How do you stand out from every entry-level person who is trying to get their first role in tech? How do you stand out? You stand out with the experience you get, with the type of businesses you've impacted, with the international work reference letter you get, because that's one of the things that comes with the Amdari internship. You get 2 years international work reference letter. You stand out with that. We prepare you for interviews with mentorship sessions, CV review, and revamp session. This CV review is done with you, not for you. That way, you're able to know what was done to make it better. Not that we do it, you don't even know what was done, we give it to you. Next time you need another revamp, you need someone. That's not the case with Amdari. And it's one on one. So you can already imagine how much of attention is placed on you just to get you ready for that job, right? And even from your third month of, being in the program, that's the internship, you're already encouraged to start actively applying for jobs. And one of the things you have access to as a result of this internship is the job board I just showed you. You have access to this job board, right? And again, you have access to a portfolio website, which I'm going to show you right now. This portfolio website is like a game changer because it's just very robust and it's very detailed, and I'll explain what I mean. Now, this is my portfolio website, right, which I created. And how did I create it? I just filled the form and my portfolio is auto generated for me. So you can see it says available for work right here. Hi, I'm Victoria Samson, a data engineer from Nigeria. And then it says here, welcome to my professional portfolio website. I am passionate about creating solution, yada yada yada. This link right here, if I click on it, it will redirect to my LinkedIn. Let me click on the LinkedIn, for example, just so that you know how much of this has been set up. So I'm not signed in here, but yeah, you can see the account. It's already linked, right? So that's how easy we make it for you to like just connect all your details so that recruiters can easily reach out to you. When you click on contact me, it pops up with your information like your phone number, your location, LinkedIn profile, job title, and your X URL as well. And when you can share this with recruiters by clicking on this icon, and you can choose to copy this, or you can choose to share the X, share on X, or share on WhatsApp, or share on LinkedIn, or any of these platforms, just like you can see on my screen, right? And when you click on X, for example, I'm not sure you'd see the pop-up, but there's a pop-up on my screen which is redirecting me to X. And I'm going to read out the pre-written text that you don't need to edit, but you can choose to edit if you want to, right? And it says, hi there, check out my professional portfolio and the amazing project I have worked on by visiting my portfolio website. Now, I don't know how much of the information regarding how much it costs when it comes to building a portfolio website you are aware of, but to build a portfolio website for yourself costs a lot. Now let's look at the fact that you pay the developer to build it, right? You might get a UI designer, or you might use a template. Either way, you get someone to build it for you. You pay the person. This portfolio website needs to be maintained. You need to pay for maintenance fee every time. You need to pay for domain name. You need to pay for hosting every year, because it's going to be like a recurring payment. That's if you like decide to build a portfolio website for yourself, right? As against using Amdari. Now, you go through all these routes, get a developer, they build it. If you use a template, you can even update it yourself, but there are times that plugins get outdated. You can't fix that yourself. You need to contact the developer. There are technical related things. The only thing you'll be able to fix, even with a template like WordPress, is just like maybe the text, the images, and all. But like I said, plugins expire and you need to like either upgrade, pay for them. In the end, you still need your developer back on board. That's why the Amdari portfolio website is just the best. It's all encompassing, has everything: your years of experience, number of tools you're proficient in, projects you've completed. You can input about yourself, you can edit it easily and save what you've edited. If I close this, you can, this is like auto scrolling. So it says you are available for hire and tells them that you're open to opportunities and everything like that. You get, so now we are on the project page as well. Sorry, the project section. Dive into my project, discover. You can have as many projects as you want. So I only have two right here. You can view more in case you have more than two. You can definitely view more, and it takes you to the dedicated page for your portfolio. Again, everything hosted just because you applied for internship at Amdari. Like, you just have access to this for free just because you applied for internship. These are ways that we are making you solid and ready for the job market. Like I said, when applying for a job, you're not just going there to impress the recruiter. You want to outperform everyone else, because after the recruiter is impressed with you, how about the other people they are also impressed with? Did you stand out? Are they going with you, right? So with your portfolio, you can show that. With the way you respond to your behavioral question or scenario-based question, you can also impress them. This aspect is also one of the things that we get to expose you to in our interview prep sessions and all of those sessions that you would have just to get ready and prepare for interviews, which happens in the course of your internship, not at the very beginning, because at that beginning we are just focused on helping you gain the proper experience. The later part is when we start drilling you and preparing you for the job market, applications upon applications, job ready portfolio, revamped CV, interview preps and mock sessions, all of these things. So you can include all the tools that you're proficient in and your level of proficiency. You can also include your level of your specialization. So I know some cybersecurity experts would always say, oh, I want to be a SOC analyst. If you're specialized in that, you can add that. GRC as well, you can add that. Ethical hacking, whichever aspect of cybersecurity that you have skills in or you're specialized in, all of those details, you can add them, right? Then this is your skill part. Again, you can edit all this. You can edit, you can add more. If I click on add more now, you would see that we have as many as possible. You can scroll down. If I scroll, you can see we have a lot of skills here that you can select from. So that's how we have it on Amdari. Then you can input your work experience right here. So it says I work at Amdari as senior data analyst, and this highlights the things I've done. I said I led the team that reduced marketing budget by 40%. So you can see all the different things that you can include. It's so easy to edit and update. This is the edit icon. You click on it, you can just edit what you have imputed. As you can see right here, this was what I wrote, right? I can add more to it. Let me just say this is an additional experience and just update, and you can see it right here. This is an additional experience. Give me a thumbs up if you saw that. Just give me a thumbs up. You saw that, give me a thumbs up. Thank you very much. All right, so that's how you get to update your portfolio easily. If this is an experience you mistakenly added, of course you can delete it. You can see the delete icon here. You can add more with this plus icon. So it just gives you an empty form, and you can add more experiences and more experiences and more experiences and all that. The same thing with your education, whether it's professional certification or academic, experience, or rather, the academic one. You can just add everything here. The year you started and ended, the Lorem Uni Inc. and Amdari Uni. Again, I was just creating all these for tests. Bachelor's degree, master's degree. If you want to add a new one, you can go ahead and add it. You can see I can just add Amdari University. I can just add the degree I got. Let me just say professional degree, MBA, and just add the start dates and say 2020, and just say I ended in, let me just pick anything. Say I ended in 2021, since it's like a professional certification, and I'll just add that. And can you see Amdari University and professional degree, e.g. MBA? Give me a thumbs up if you saw that. Awesome, thank you. Okay, so that's pretty much how you have it. And again, when they come down, let's work together. Your phone number is here. This is my phone number. This is my email. This is, if you click this, you can see that it's active. You can see the pen icon. Sorry, the cursor changed to that, hand thing, pointer. So you can click on it, and it's already linked because I have filled it when I was filling the form. So these are things you have access to for free, and your portfolio is there for life. You don't pay for subscription, you don't pay for renewal to like revisit your portfolio. It's there, right? You don't pay for hosting, domain name, and anything. Just because you paid for internship, you set up a portfolio for yourself, and you have access to the portfolio you have created and all the details you added in the course of your internship. So again, like I said, these are ways that Amdari prepares you for internship. So while talking about the internship and the impact, I mentioned earlier that we have business partners who present their business challenges to us, and because we have interns on board who we call data engineering consultants, cybersecurity analyst consultants, or cybersecurity experts, data analytics consultants and the like. Because we have these guys on board, the next thing we're able to do is put like create teams. When teams are created, again, you speak with your team lead, your internship lead as well. Everybody is in sync and alignment, and teams are formed, right? Teams are formed because we also have people from different time zones, different locations. Our current cohort, for example, has a lot of participants from UK, Canada, like those two locations, a lot of them, and then Nigeria. So we always consider how flexible it will be because we want everybody to be as active as possible. So we create teams again to ensure that everybody is in sync and alignment and timing works for everybody. Then your assigned task that is going to be in relation to this business challenge that has been presented. You're expected to come up with a solution, put heads together, brainstorm, come up with solutions, ideas, recommendation from everything that you have been assigned to work on. And when you do that with your team, you are expected to present your findings, recommendations, solutions, and everything like that. You're expected to present everything, right? Again, as stated and indicated by your team lead. In this case, someone like Chichi. Currently, Chichi is leading our internship um, data engineering program, and she's their team lead. So she's always handling everything that has to do with their task and all of that. Then we have the stakeholder they present to, right? So these are ways that we help to build you. So now imagine you've impacted the business, you've come up with a solution. Of course, a solution means you've been able to arrive at something solid, right? Again, depending on the task you were assigned. Now you've been able to work on the assigned task. Now you're expected to add it project to your portfolio, meaning as part of your experience, expected to include what has been worked on, right? What you've gained. These are ways that we're already even like helping you to start preparing your CV, your resume, and all of that. So once you do that, once you add it to your portfolio, the next thing is you can include it in your you have access to work reference letter from Amdari. I mentioned that you get 2 years international work reference letter. So Amdari is a company registered in Canada. So you can easily request and it will be available on demand. And then you can use the experience during your interview. You get to work with cross-functional teams. That's something that's huge and that's major. So you get to include this in your experience. You get to talk about this. You get to share this when talking about your, scenario-based responses, when it's behavioral related, all of those things. We had previous sessions that detailed all of this, like everything that has to do with behavioral interview prep and all that. You can even refer to our past sessions on YouTube. Just search for Amdari on YouTube and you'll see it there. So where we broke down again, because this is majorly for data engineering, so I don't want to like go into all that. But there is so much that you can gain just by interning at Amdari, and just a brief of it is what I showed you. Now, the good thing is with all of this experience, there is still that aspect that allows you to work on real world projects. So we give you access to the project-based learning on Amdari. Typically, it costs over 400,000 naira just to subscribe. But because you're interning with us, we give you access to it for free for the duration of your internship. You have access to over 250 projects, real world projects that you can add to your portfolio. Remember that we have two valid ways to gain experience: internship and projects, right? But internship just gives you a better edge. But project based also is perfect. And Amdari is proud to also boast that we have projects that have business contexts. They are not just random projects. When you check out these projects, you're able to see like, okay, there is really business context and there's so much I can work on to just impact the business in the case of this project. So you work on this project, you work with a cross-functional team, like I said, you get multiple industry experience, teamwork and project. I've also highlighted this, and networking opportunities. We cannot overemphasize the importance of that. I mentioned things that we also equip you with: job reference letter, online portfolio builder, I showed us that, remote job board, I showed us that, interview prep, I mentioned that, one-on-one mentorship, I mentioned that, one-on-one CV revamp and review. I'm like, it's not you and everybody, no, it's you and the person working on your CV. That's the CV expert. So these are ways that we prepare you. Now, our next cohort starts on 7th, and you're expected to you know, you're expected to secure your slot already, as Registration is going to be closing on 15th of December 2024. So these are the different career paths that our internship currently caters for. I know someone asked me if there's cloud engineering. No, we don't have that, but we have data analytics, data science, data engineering, HR analytics, financial analytics, cybersecurity, project management, and business analysis. So the registration closes on 15th of December. After the January cohort, we have another one in February, date not disclosed yet. And I mean, what better way to start the year 2025 than to start strong, right? And the good thing is the internship is just 300,000 naira or $300. And that's the discounted price. The original price is $400 or 400,000. So that's why we urge people to take advantage and jump on it. And you can pay in 3 installments. You can pay in 3 installments. It's that flexible and that easy for you to like secure your slot. So before it closes, you can already start, securing your slot. We'll always try to take limited people because remember what I said about the sessions, CV review and revamp being one-on-one and all of those things. So we always want to make sure that we give value and we pay attention to you as much as we can. So for anyone interested, you can secure your slot. My colleague is going to drop a link. I shared the screen earlier where you can just check out the internship, which is Rave by Amdari. When you go to our website, www.amdari.io, I'll drop the link, but I know my colleague would also be doing that as well. So, like I said, take advantage of the discounted fee and jump on the internship. Duration is 3 to 6 months and it's 100% remote, 100%, and you have access to a lot. So when you pay in dollars, the work reference letter is for 2 years, and when you pay in naira, the international work reference letter is for 1 year. So that's just the difference between paying in dollars and paying in naira. You're gaining the same experience. The experience you're gaining is international experience. But when it comes to getting a reference letter, which is on demand, you get it within the space of 1 year if you paid in naira. But if you paid in dollars, you get it within the space of 2 years. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and that's how the Amdari internship works. I mentioned the duration as well, 3 to 6 months. So we recommend 6 months. If you want to do 3 months, it's okay for maybe work reasons, because most of our people are career switchers. So I think I would hand over to Chichi here. So, but before I do that, if this is an opportunity you would love to jump on, just give me a thumbs up. Like Amdari is an answered prayer. It works for what you need. Just give me a thumbs up. Thank you. So let me just check in case people have dropped questions. Okay, I see that we have a few questions. So thank you very much. Sorry, I might miss some, so apologies for that. Jane says, okay, before I get to Jane, Samson says how much? Okay, it's $300 or 300,000 naira. And then Jane says, please clarify the reference letter part. So it's the recommendation letter that attests to the fact that you gained this experience and you worked with us. So typically when you apply for jobs, they will tell you, oh, we need a reference letter from your previous employer or from your past employer. I have had to like present my reference letter. So my CEO then and the founder had to like sign it, and his number was there, and they had to call him. Oh, did she really work here? All of those things. So in this case, if a menace signature would be there for you, his number would be there. And mine, Chichi, for example, if you come for data engineering, so anyone would be there. We will be attesting to the fact that the experience you say you have, you really got it. Amdari is a company registered in Canada. So these are all like 100% solid. So yeah, I hope that clarifies your question regarding it. So Stephanie says, does the 400 cover all 6 months? Yes, it does. It's the same price whether you're doing 3 months or 6 months. It's the same price. You're not paying extra. And like I said, Stephanie, it's $300 on discount, right? So the original fee is 400. So if you pay and secure your slot now, you'd be paying $300, right? So yes. Let me look at the next one. Adam says, what about people that are not yet a data analyst? So we always recommend you to take the skill and the training, to take the training and gain the skill. When you gain the skill, we are able to help you prepare and, gain the experience. So Amdari does not train. Amdari gives you the experience, but alongside giving you the experience, we still help you to, get resources that will keep helping you learn, like crash courses. We have it available. Crash courses available. Everything you need just to keep you solid and strong as you go in your career path. So I hope, please, if I answer your question, just give me a thumbs up so I would know. So Adam says, what about people that are not yet? Okay, I've answered that. Sorry. What's the difference between the international experience and the national Nigerian? Okay, so it's not a Nigerian experience and international experience. It's all international experience. The difference when you pay in naira is you get the recommendation letter within the space of 1 year, which means after your internship, you have 1 year to request. So if you don't request within that window of 1 year, you have to like get a recommendation letter by paying Amdari a token. But if you request for the recommendation letter within a year, you would always get it. It's just like me going back to my boss of 2 to 3 years ago that, oh, I need a recommendation letter. The relationship might already have been cold or something. I'm just using that as an example in this case, right? So when it comes to people who pay in dollars, the recommendation letter is available on request or demand for a window of 2 years, right? And after 2 years, you have to like pay a token to like get that, but we would always still give you, just that for 2 years it's free. You don't get any, you don't get to pay anything, and you get, okay, great. Yes, Jane, 2 years. All right. Eze says, what happens if 6 months is not enough? Okay, if you want more than 6 months, you can always extend it, but it would also come at like an, you just have to pay again. But 6 months, $300 or 300,000 naira. If you want to extend it, then you can pay another 300,000 naira. That's, oh, I want to have like 1 year experience. Awesome. We are all down for that. All right. So yes, it's okay. When you say paid, like, is it paid by the business partners or Amdari? No, it's not paid. It's an unpaid internship, right? And this is the reason why. So it's we have a lot of entry-level professionals, and organizations willing to take interns are not a lot. In fact, Amdari started out placing people on paid internship with our business partners. We had hiring partners, and we're able to place a couple of data professionals on paid internship with this organization. At the start of this session, I played some videos which were testimonial videos. These were people that benefited from the placements of, and they got paid during that internship period. It was all paid. They're still on their internship because it's for an extended period, and some have even been, what's that word they call it now, retained, right, as full-time staff members. That's like, I know of two, 100%, right? So the internship was giving access to just a limited number of people. We could not give as many people that chance as we wanted to. So because organizations would typically say, oh, we don't have that resources to take as many interns, we can only take one. Some would, like, when it's even time for them to like onboard the person, they'll be like, oh, you know what, we don't think we can do this right now. So it was giving access to just few people. And Amdari is committed to being that organization that is majorly into workforce development and human capital development. So in order for us to achieve this, we need a sustainable approach. And the best way to sustain this is to have access to, is to give more people access to this internship. So how many people or how many interns that we give access to can we really pay, right? So it's not a paid internship. It's even enough that we're able to get as many business partners to just, trust us with their business challenges, of course, and let our interns work on it and get them to like gain experience while at it, again, while working remotely. So it's not a paid internship, and this is why. So I hope I answered that. And like I said, my colleague has dropped the link, so please feel free to click and secure your spot, enroll, all of that. All right, I think I have answered all the questions that we have in the chat. I'll just hand over to Chichi now. So Chichi, over to you. But thank you guys. If you'll be securing your spot, can you give me a thumbs up before I go and hand over to Chichi finally? You want to secure your spot. Okay, Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. All right. Hi, Zainab. Okay, Zainab would also be securing her spot. I'd love to see more hands. Sydney. Okay, thank you. Anyone else? You want to start 2025 strong. You're ready for that experience. You're ready to, just start it like as soon as possible, gain the experience, build the portfolio, have access to a solid network of like-minded people. I see all the thumbs up, guys. Thank you. Chichi, over to you. Thank you very much.
All right. Amo, thank you so much for that wonderful message. That was awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, guys. I think I was able to get, please confirm if you can hear me. Hello, guys. Can you confirm if you can hear
Loud
me?
and clear. Yes, loud and clear.
Awesome, awesome. Guys, I need a reaction. How has the program been so far? Yes, yes. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm happy that we did not waste your time, right? So I was able to get two questions, and one was okay. Let me see if I can get that. I think I wrote it down. Relate data engineering with AI. Okay, so now I kind of said something then. I don't know if it was cleared, right? Now, to further break it down, even the AI to work, it needs data, okay? And who gets that data is the data engineer. All right, I think it was on Chikadibia that asked the question. So it's the data engineer. So you always need a data engineer to get the data that your machine learners are going to use to model the AI. I don't know if that makes sense now. If it clears, if it clears it better now. Okay, so the machine learners, they need the data gotten by the data engineer to model the AI. All right. So basically, that's how they are related. Okay. And the other question is DE, sorry, can data engineering help me as a cloud engineer enthusiast? Okay, basically, two of them are kind of related because to be sincere, most companies now, they no longer do on-prem, they do on cloud. That is, they no longer do the SDD stuff and all that. They kind of push all their data into the cloud. So, and you need that knowledge, that cloud knowledge, to be able to work as a data engineer. Remember when I was listing out things, the skills and tools, skills that you need as a data engineer, that you need to know how to do some stuff in the cloud, right? So yes, gaining that can as well help you as a cloud engineer. Okay, I think those are the two questions that I got. If that answers the question, please, I need a thumb up. I don't know if they are still here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you very much, Kadibia. Okay, I think that will be all. That will be all. Thank you, guys. Omo, are you still here?
Yes, I am. Hi,
Okay, is
Chichi.
there all right? Is there any other information that you want to pass to them?
Okay, no, actually, except someone has a question, of course, I'm still here to respond. Yeah.
Okay, I think there is a question you missed. There's
Okay.
someone that asked, does the 400 covers all the 6 months?
Yeah, yeah,
I
I
don't.
answered it. Yeah, I
Oh,
responded.
okay.
I said it's even 300 because that's the discounted fee and it
Oh,
covers the 6 months. Yes. So
okay, okay.
whether you're staying with us for 3 months or 6 months, it's still the $300 or 300,000 naira. Yeah, I
Awesome.
responded. Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
looking through the chats. Just in case if there's any question for me, I'll definitely raise up my hand. But I think you're still attending to them. I see some questions, so while you speak, I'll just read them and then I'll raise my hand to respond.
Okay, someone says I have a background in data science, that is an MSc, but I've never been employed as a data scientist before. Neither do I have any work experience. Would you advise I switch to data engineering and get experience through Amdari?
Okay,
Okay, Mama, do you want
okay.
to go for that?
Actually, he doesn't need to switch to data engineering. He already has the data science skill. He can just apply
Exactly.
for internship at We have data science internship. We have data analytics internship. We have data engineering internship. We have cybersecurity, business analysis, project management, HR analytics, and financial analytics. So you don't need to switch to DE to have the work experience internship at Amdari. So yes, you don't. Yeah. So I hope I answered your question.
Exactly. I mean, like, it's good to acquire those skills out there. I mean, it's wonderful, but but I would advise you to, like, take a chill pill, work on the one that you've already acquired. Okay, the skills you already gained. Go out there and gain more experience. And how do you do that? Like you always preach, come to Amdari, where you have the hands-on experience, where you be given the hands-on experience on that particular skills that you already acquired, instead of going out to get more. I mean, it's a good one, however, but it's it will look as if you're not concentrating on one, or you're not focusing on one, which is not a good thing, right? So we always advise you to, why not build on the one you already acquired? Okay, so this, someone said data science is heavily domain dependent. That is why I want to switch. Okay, also is saying data science is heavily domain dependent. That is why I want to switch. Can you break that down a little bit, please? Maybe if you can also,
Yes,
yeah, you can unmute
if you
yourself.
can unmute, yes.
Yeah, unmute yourself and yeah, just go on, and so that we understand you better. Are you still here with us? Please, guys, can you still hear me, please? Let me know if it is from my end or from his own end. Okay, okay, thank you, thank you. Also, your hand is raised, and
Yeah,
okay,
hello.
good.
Good evening.
Hi, good evening, Ose. Good evening. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay,
All
so
right.
I would say that data science is heavily domain dependent because I mean before you are able to for you to be able to do proper feature engineering, you will need to have good knowledge of the data sets. For example, my project was on um, diabetes prediction with machine learning. That was what I did in school. So then I had to consult because I have no knowledge of the different labels. Yeah. So I had to
Okay.
consult with a medical doctor who had to educate me and tell me the kind of labels to look out for. That's the factors such as smoking, weight, age, sex and all that. So those were the factors I used. So if I had no access to someone already had expertise domain knowledge, I would not have been able to, go through my projects. So what I'm saying is the reason I want to switch is because of this barrier. I'll call it a barrier because I feel that data engineering maybe domain knowledge will probably be required at some point, but it will not be as I would say it will not be as data engineering is not as reliant on domain knowledge compared with data science. Am I right or am I wrong?
Okay. Thank you very much for that question. You are right and you are wrong in the same way, right?
Man,
Here is the
I'm not happy to tell you. Just saying I'm wrong. I like to
no,
always
no,
feel
no,
I'm
no.
right.
Okay, you
It's
are
all right.
right. You're right.
I'm just kidding.
You're right.
It's all right.
Okay, so data engineering, it's, I wouldn't say it's the same as data science, right? It's kind of different. It will warrant you to go back and start learning different tools altogether. Okay, that is where I'm actually coming from. It will warrant you to go back and start learning different tools altogether. Start learning different tech stacks altogether. Unlike when I believe the project that you did kind of pointed you out to one or two things. And thankfully, you've already done your MSc there. Now, here is why I'm having a bug. Let me debug that, okay? All right. So thank you. Thank you. Okay. So Ose, are you still with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. So now how about, because like almost said when she was listing out the programs that we run, we have data science intern program as well. So how about you registering for that one, where someone is going to lead you, even show you how to get those domain knowledge that you need. I don't know if that makes sense. Though, if you still want to go ahead with data engineering, that's beautiful. I mean, I'm always happy to have people tell me that they are in data engineering. However, you might struggle a little bit because it's kind of different. Okay. So I don't know. It's up to you, right? To make your choice. If you still want to go for data engineering, that's cool. That's fine. We are here for you, right? If you want to
But
go
when
for
you say when you say that there are different technologies required or that will be used for data engineering compared with data science, are you saying
Mhm.
that um it will be very difficult for me to, learn these technologies in the space of 3 months? Because I need to learn these things in 3 months, actually. I just have 3 months.
Okay. Okay. Of course not. Of course not. I mean, it all depends on you, right? If you have the time, if you have the energy, and
So when you
one thing I would,
when you say time, how many hours do you recommend for study in one day? Like generally.
and for someone that is learning,
Yeah, for someone that is learning on the job, on the training, I'm sorry, not only on the training, on the internship, how many hours would you recommend?
just hold on, please. Let me hold that. Okay. Good. Okay. So now for someone that wants to learn, like I like almost said, we don't do training here. We want people that already have the experience to come in. So we can now leverage the experience you already had to expand your knowledge the more.
But
Okay.
I already have little knowledge of data lakes, data mats. These are things I've watched videos on YouTube, and I have some little knowledge. I won't boast about it at all, but I would say that because when teacher was talking, I followed through. So I was able to just quickly pick up very easily. So I'm not a novice, but yes, I would need help with the technologies. I would need help with learning, but I'm not a novice at all. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Now,
I'm not trying
since
to.
you
I'm not. Although,
no,
sorry, I'm cutting
no,
you short.
no, no, it's fine.
I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to say that. Um, I'm not trying to boast, but I'm just asking you to advise me. You know, I just need advice. Actually, that's the truth.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So basically, for every day, and since you already have some basic knowledge on that, at least a day you should dedicate 2 to 3 hours daily, and also be serious about it. Okay. Yeah, it may even be more than that. I must tell you the truth, because I take myself for example. I might be on the bugging and the whole day will go, right? So those are the technicalities and stuff like that behind it. So yeah, I don't know if that is helpful. So if you want to switch, if you have the time, go for it.
So you're saying that I should stick with data science, basically.
Yes, yes, I think that's a good one. However, I mean, it's still up to you to decide, right? Um, if you want to switch, that's fine. If you don't want to, you can still go on with the one you have and make.
But both of them majorly require SQL and Python. You know,
Mhm.
they both require SQL and Python. Like data science is heavily dependent on SQL and Python. So also is data engineering. So are you saying that if I add more, um, if I get more knowledge of Python, get more knowledge of um Python for data engineering, for example, wouldn't I be able to catch up? I mean, I already know functions, classes, loops, and all that. So
Okay.
for that's for I know how to clean data. I mean, I know these things already. So
I
um
don't like among me hand this up. Omo, do you have something to tell him before I continue? Hello, mommy, are you here with us? Please, guys, can you still hear me?
yes, I
Yeah,
can hear you.
yes, I am here. Sorry. So I was trying to send the payment link to the people who are requesting, so I left this tab. So I'm here. So yes, Ose, so I'm going to respond to your question. Ozone and Ose, yeah, Ose, please, that's the link, so you can just use it. So to respond to Ose's question, right? I don't think you should switch because you need domain knowledge. I feel you can because you've already got the skill. So if you don't have the data engineering skill in the first place, that means you need to start learning, right? And because these two career paths are future proofed, they are both in demand, except you have like other major reasons. Of course, one thing I would always tell people when it comes to like deciding for their career is I really don't want to choose for you. I can only like advise and but you still
Was
need to work with what aligns with your career goal. So if data engineering, maybe I mean you said you've worked on things in data science, and it's even based off of this that you're coming up with the fact that okay, since data science is strong on domain knowledge and all that. I don't really know what your own personal preference is, and when it comes to career goals and alignment and everything like that. But if it's just based on oh, okay, this one seems to be strong on domain knowledge, and I think this is not. I might just want to switch here. I don't think that's a good enough reason to want to switch. I feel that you can just take your time to understand different domains, and one of the things that Amdari gives you access to is different industry experience, right? I was showing something earlier when I was sharing my screen, and that's the fact that yeah, on one of my slides, the part that talks about just a minute, I'm actually navigating there. That talks about multiple industry experience, and I'll just share that part now. Again, just very briefly. I'm not going to do too much there. So this part says you can see that rebranding, project-based experience plus employability skills. Now, under project-based experience, you can see this one that says multiple industry experience, right? So Amdari internship already sets you up for a lot, right? And that was what I was saying. When it comes to how we approach this, we are very intentional. We are all, it's like we coming up with a solution based on past experiences and things we've like the paths we've walked, right? So this is one of the things that we are very big on. And if you check our website, you will see different industry. And again, I love to show things, like I love to have proofs when I talk about things. And I'll quickly show you another thing. Again, it's very brief and just straight to the point. So this is our project page, right? This is our project page. This is data engineering. These are projects under data engineering. As you can see, cloud analytics, transformation, email, like these are data you can see that I just filtered. You can see right here, it says data engineering, data engineering. These are real world projects with business context. They are not random projects, practice projects or anything like that. And this is industry. And under industry, we have different industries: healthcare, travel and tourism, fashion. All these industries have projects on Amdari. We didn't just put, in fact, if the industry has no project attached to it, our system has been built to not display the industry. So it will not show you the industry or anything like that. So now, if you look at this, this is telecommunication. So this is a project under telecommunication. This is manufacturing. So this is a project under manufacturing. This one falls under general knowledge, right? So Amdari sets you up for success. Is not just we using the word or throwing it around. So that was why I said, since I know that sometimes we have concerns because we've not maybe found the right answers or approach or something. So your concern is very valid, and everything you even pointed out very valid. So if the reason why you want to switch is because of domain knowledge, Amdari has you covered. When it comes to domain knowledge, you are rest assured to like learn across diverse industries and gain experience across diverse, and you'd have projects that so if you're interested in maybe e-commerce projects, you'd have it in your experience because you've worked on it. And these are projects I was talking about that we give you access to for free because you are enrolled in internship. Naturally, it costs $400, and I can show you that as well. Again, I love talking with proof. So yeah, so it's naturally 400, and if you want to pay monthly, it is $49. You can see because I'm viewing in Naira. So you can see it's monthly, 1 month plan, 49,999 Naira. Let me switch this from monthly to yearly. You can see 479,000 Naira. It is originally 599,000 Naira. But because of this, right, it is free for you because of the internship that you're enrolling into with $300 or 300,000 Naira. You have access to all of this for 6 months for free and gain multiple domain industry. So like I said, except you want to just switch to data engineering based on personal career goals and alignment and other things, then of course, why not, right? But if it's based on domain knowledge and all that, honestly, you're rest assured to be, well catered for with Amdari projects, internship, and everything else. So I hope I answered your question. I'll stop sharing now.
Yeah, you did. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, say.
Okay, guys. Oh, all the hands up. Is it for question or?
Okay, so I think, right, we might not be able to take all the questions.